Hey guys, we're back and we're ready to have some good old news, specifically news that will be related to pro-abortion, and then later on today with Senator Ted Cruz talk about the whole Biden thing with their Iran deal. Hopefully that will go better so we don't have cancer. But as we are going down today with the lunatics of the pro-abortion people, which are actively showing they're more psychotic, and they're legit lunatics that do not understand what the law pertains or what even the bill does. Again, it's quite insane that these people to continue to exist in this society, because, you know, I don't think they're all right in the head. But anyways, let's continue with the article and see what we have to say here. Pro-abortion activists smashed Department of Homeland Security vehicle in Los Angeles. At least one officer injured. Well, that doesn't seem to be looked so well. A citywide tactical alert was issued in Los Angeles on Tuesday evening as pro-abortion activists clashed with police and smashed a Department of Homeland Security vehicle. The Los Angeles Police Department said that the activists were throwing rocks and bottles at law enforcement. At least one officer was injured. Earlier in the day, a crowd of approximately 250 people marched through downtown Los Angeles to Pershing Square, there we go, where activists gave speeches and remained largely peaceful. The protest was in response to a leaked Supreme Court draft opinion that would overturn Roe v. Wade. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled, Justice Samuel Alito wrote in the document. It is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives. And see, that's the thing, though, right? Because he actively puts that in, and then the crazy lunatic leftists go out and protest and say that, like, oh, our rights are getting destroyed. No, he literally just said that we're going to make it to the elected representatives. Therefore, the states. So if you want abortion and then the states bring it up and you want to vote for it, you can still vote for it. I mean, I'm still going to call you a baby killer and an actual lunatic, but that doesn't mean that, you know, you're not going to have this right. You still have it, but you people just don't read. You read a headline or whatever, and you don't read, and you continue to be ignorant, and you continue to be made fun of because you're an actual lunatic. But I honestly believe the majority of these people that are there, or out there protesting, or being activists, are honestly a minority of people, and also the lunatic people, alright? And then we have people like Elizabeth Warren that's actually reading to the point of insanity, like she's literally being insane, and talk about all of this rights and stuff. It's like, you didn't read it either. The far left politicians don't read things, and then if anything that the right would come up with, or conservatives, or whatever, the left will take what they say and spin it to something else that's not even in the bill, or something that's not true. It's actually quite insane. I don't know what to do with these people, honestly, because to be quite frankly, they should all be put in a mental asylum and locked away, and, you know, potentially maybe not fed, maybe give them a little bit of scrap of food, you know, to make them get by. The unprecedented leak sparked protests across the nation, beginning in D.C. outside the Supreme Court. Multiple collectives here, but most protesters are unaffiliated with various organizing groups, though there is a clear presence from PSI and RevCom's groups that have been criticized in the past for co-opting actions. I mean, I'm 15 years old. I'm afraid. A lot of young activists taking charge at the downtown Los Angeles pro-choice protest. Speakers are lining up to share their experiences and feelings regarding abortion in front of the courthouse. By the way, if you're 15 years old, you should not be having kids at all. Period. You should not be engaging in any kind of activity. And by the way, if you get pregnant, you need to take responsibility and not kill the child. It just means that you want to have sex, And then when you have that sex and you get pregnant and you don't take any of the other counterperceptives to get rid of that said child or to prevent you from getting pregnant, you use abortion as your last ditch effort to get rid of the kid. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and when people want to, again, when people actively want to put into like, oh, like the whole rape thing or the whole like, you know, the rare disease that women will get where the baby will never come to full term and is actively killing the mother. No, everybody agrees that should be allowed for abortion because that's all bad and there are risks to this. Maybe some instances being psychological, others not being psychological, but more gonna actively kill you. So nobody's going against that. In fact, there's an article that most people don't want the full abortion gone. And another thing too, as well, is that the abortion is fundamentally racist. And that's what these people don't understand. They don't know it's race. They don't understand that it's actively racist to the black community. 79% of all of these Planned Parenthoods are in minority neighborhoods, and the one lady that actively wants this to happen, that put this into place, was going to actively kill babies. So I mean, or black babies specifically. She is the whole cause of this. So it's actually racist, and majority of black people actively don't want abortion in the first place. They're against it, and yet it's happened to most black. There's more black babies dying than there is being born, which is sick. Speakers are lining up to share their experiences and feelings regarding abortion in front of the courthouse. We're facilitating a group of 250 walking from Federal Building, Broadway First to Pershing Square. Route will be SB Broadway to EB 5th Street to Pershing Square. Motors and central units facilitating expect traffic delays. 250 people may sound a lot, but I don't think that's really all that many people. To be honest, the Trump rallies and all these other things that happened for all this was significantly more by the thousands. So I say 250 people might be a healthy amount of people, but I don't know. I compared to like all the Trump rallies and some of the other things that are happening across the state, these kind of fail comparison to that. Once it was dark outside, the situation escalated significantly as the protests grew increasingly confrontational with police. A group of protesters began to take the intersection. Officers attempted to communicate, clear, and provide dispersal orders to the group. The crowd began to throw rocks and bottles at officers. One officer injured, unknown extent. Citywide tactical alert has been declared. The LAPD tweeted just after 9:30 p.m. local time. Traffic advisory. You can expect police activity in the Pershing Square area of downtown LA for the next couple of hours. If possible, please avoid the area and use alternate routes to avoid traffic congestion, street closures, and delays. Update. A group of protesters began to take the intersection. Officers attempted to communicate, clear, and provide dispersal order to the group. The crowd began to throw rocks and bottles at officers. One officer injured, unknown extent. Citywide tactical alert has been declared. The Department of Homeland Security was present alongside the LAPD. Unusual sight for a protest in Los Angeles. Activists smashed the windows on at least one of the department vehicles. Just arrived in downtown LA. Lots of police. Group of a few dozen protesters roaming around streets near City Hall. One amongst them just smashed out the window of a cop car parked near Grand Park. Others tagged a bus stop with Google LSAD gangs. Some of the protesters and police have clashed. And let's take a good look at this. Let's go! quite insane if I say so myself. Honestly, I am not quite sure exactly why these people would need to be this aggressive or whatever. I mean, if you're gonna do a protest, but don't do a protest that actively either harms people or becomes a riot. Because once you start doing damages to things and throwing bottles at people and all that, no matter whether it's the police or not, it is considered a riot, and that's something that we don't endorse. We endorse protests, but we don't endorse actual riots. All right, so as police attempted to make arrests, they were mobbed by the crowd. And we have all these other things where windows are also smashed by nearby businesses, including Planet Fitness. Again, what's the point of this? By the way, this is not really helping your cause. You want to protest something, and then automatically you start rioting and breaking businesses. This is your plan here. You actively go and break businesses to prove your point. That doesn't do anything. That's not going to make anybody go to your side. That's going to make more people go against you. That's the reason why I think the pro-abortion people are just completely lunatics. They're not sane in the head. Like, even with the protesters and everything yelling and screaming or whatever, it's just like you're actively not helping your cause. I guess yelling would be a far-fetched because you're not actively doing anything, you're causing harm. But actively trying to be aggressive or attacking people, breaking things, that's not a protest anymore, guys. That's a riot. And our governor should come down onto these people and have them arrested because they shouldn't be rioting. These are riots. These are not protests. Pro-abortion activists claim that protesters were brutalized by police. I'm at a loss for words when it comes to what I just witnessed. This is a clip of LAPD with the help of DHS brutalizing abortion rights activists. We'll speak more later and post additional footage. An activist using the name Jess Ray Rogers tweeted along the clips of police clashing with protesters. But the protesters are first off not being protesters; they're actively attacking. That's the thing. They're actively attacking the police and breaking things. So they're not protesters anymore. They're rioters. The situation appeared to be under control, and the crowd mostly cleared by 11 p.m. local time. Abortions in California are unlikely to be impacted even if Roe is overturned, as it is one of the least restrictive states in the nation regarding the procedure. Colorado being pretty much the same as California. Following the leaked draft, California Governor Newsom released a statement declaring that it was an appalling attack on the rights of women. Again, it's not, because you, the governor, get to choose whether or not you want to have the rights or not. Oh my God. This draft opinion is an appalling attack on the rights of women across this country, and if it stands, it will destroy lives and put countless women in danger. How does it put women in danger? How? If anything, abortion is putting women in danger, because if the abortion goes wrong, whatever, they could bleed out and die. So if anything, it's the abortions that are putting women in danger, not banning abortion itself. What are you talking about? Get out of here, Newsom. I hate this man. Newsom wrote in a statement on Monday, "It will be the end of fundamental constitutional rights that American women have nearly for 50 years. It was never a constitutional right for women to begin with. It was never in the Constitution. Abortion was never a right. It was never there. Did you even read? Oh my God. We have a Supreme Court that does not value the rights of women. I think they do. And a political minority that will stop at nothing to take those rights away, which they don't." He continued, "This won't stop with choice and the right to privacy. They are undermining progress and erasing civil protections and rights so many have fought over for the last half century." No, because you get to choose whether or not you can have an abortion in your state. They're just letting states choose. That's it. In a subsequent tweet, Newsom said that we are proposing an amendment to enshrine the right to choose in the California Constitution. We can't trust SCOTUS to protect the right to abortion, so we'll do it ourselves. Women remain protected here. You already had the right, so you didn't need to make it to in the first place. Okay? I don't know what you guys are doing, but you're all idiots. I need to leave this state because this state's just absolute garbage. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to say. This state's an absolute piece of garbage, and I cannot. I hate California. I hate my governor. I hate everybody that wants to participate in this garbage because they're all baby killers and they deserve to be eradicated from the existence. I understand you guys you have the right to speak your mind, but I don't think you should have the right to be able to attack and destroy things in this country because that's just considered a riot and you're harming people and people's lives and nothing else. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe. That'll be it. See you in the next one. Take care. Thanks for watching this clip from my podcast that I make every day, Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock p.m. PST to all the way to 5 o'clock p.m. PST. If you like what you see, please subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.